The Galactic Misunderstanding. In the vast expanse of the Milky Way, the Galactic Confederation had long believed they understood the natural order of things. For millennia, they had catalogued countless species across the stars, neatly categorizing them into predators and prey. It was a simple system that had served them well, allowing for efficient resource management and peaceful coexistence among member races. That is, until they encountered humans. On the bustling space station Nexus 7, orbiting the neutral planet Centauri Prime, the annual Galactic Species Classification Conference was in full swing. Representatives from hundreds of alien races gathered to discuss newly discovered life forms and update the Confederation's extensive database. Zarthak, the lead xenobiologist of the Vraxian Empire, stood before the assembly, his tentacles twitching with excitement as he prepared to present his findings on the latest species to catch the Confederation's attention. Humans from the planet Earth. Esteemed colleagues, Zarthak began, his voice translator conveying a tone of academic enthusiasm. Today I bring you news of a fascinating species from a small, unremarkable planet in the Orion Arm. Initial observations suggested they were a typical prey species, soft-skinned, lacking natural armor or significant physical prowess. However, upon closer examination, we've made a startling discovery. The holographic display behind Zarthak flickered to life, showing various images of humans going about their daily lives. The aliens in the audience leaned forward, their curiosity piqued. Observe their eyes, Zarthak continued, zooming in on a human face, forward-facing with binocular vision, a trait common among. He paused for dramatic effect. Predators. A murmur of disbelief rippled through the crowd. Glixnor, the hive queen of the Trizoid collective, raised one of her many appendages. Impossible. Their physical attributes clearly indicate a prey species. Perhaps this is an evolutionary anomaly. Zarthak shook his head, causing his eye stalks to wobble. I thought so too, at first. But further investigation revealed more predatory traits. Their endurance, for instance, is remarkable. They can pursue prey for hours, even days, wearing them down through sheer persistence. The hologram shifted to show humans engaged in various physical activities, running marathons, hunting with primitive weapons, and working together to build complex structures. But surely, interjected Kavoth, the silicon-based representative of the crystalline Concordat, their lack of natural weapons makes them harmless. No claws, no venomous bite, no significant strength compared to many species we've encountered. Zarthak's tentacles curled in what his species considered a smile. Ah, but that's where it gets interesting. Humans have something far more dangerous than natural weapons. They have this. The hologram changed again, this time displaying the timeline of human technological advancement. From stone tools to nuclear power, from the first flight to space exploration, the rapid progress was undeniable. In a mere few thousand years, a blink of an eye in galactic terms, they've gone from using sharpened rocks to exploring their own solar system. Their rate of technological advancement is unprecedented. The audience was stunned into silence. Even the usually chatty gossamer clouds of Nebula Ix ceased their constant whispered communications. Glixnor spoke again, her voice tinged with concern. If what you say is true, Zarthak, why haven't they spread beyond their world? Surely a species with such potential would have reached for the stars by now. Zarthak's expression turned grave. They are on the brink of faster-than-light travel. Our projections suggest they will achieve it within a century, perhaps even sooner. And when they do. He left the sentence hanging, allowing the implications to sink in. The conference hall erupted in a cacophony of worried voices and alarmed pheromone releases. Amidst the chaos, a calm voice cut through the noise. It belonged to Xylos, the ancient and respected member of the enlightened spores of Andromeda. Friends, let us not jump to conclusions. History has shown us that hasty judgments often lead to greater conflicts. Perhaps we should consider the possibility that this species, these humans, represents something new, neither purely predator nor prey, but a complex blend of both. Zarthak nodded in agreement. Xylos speaks wisely. My research has shown that humans are indeed full of contradictions. They are capable of great violence, yes, but also of remarkable compassion. They wage war amongst themselves, yet they also create art of breathtaking beauty. They destroy their environment, but they also strive to preserve it. The hologram shifted once more, this time showing scenes of human kindness, people helping each other in times of disaster, working to save endangered species, and coming together to solve global problems. What we are witnessing, Zarthak continued, is not just the emergence of a potential threat, but an opportunity to expand our understanding of life itself. The humans challenge our binary classification system. They are predators with the heart of prey, prey with the mind of predators. The conference hall had grown quiet again, but this time it was a silence of contemplation rather than shock. Kavoth's crystalline form shimmered as he spoke. What do you propose, Zarthak? How do we approach a species that defies our understanding? Zarthak's tentacles waved thoughtfully. I propose we watch and learn. We have time before they reach the stars. Let us use that time wisely. We must understand them better before we decide how to interact with them. Xylos added, and perhaps in understanding them, we might also come to better understand ourselves and our place in the cosmos. As the conference drew to a close, the representatives of the Galactic Confederation left with minds full of new questions and possibilities. The discovery of humans had shaken their foundations, challenging long-held beliefs about the nature of life and intelligence in the universe. Little did they know, on a small blue planet millions of light years away, humanity was looking up at the stars, dreaming of the day they would reach them. The stage was set for a meeting that would change the course of galactic history forever. First contact and revelations. Decades had passed since the Galactic Confederation's startling discovery of humanity's true nature. The aliens had watched from afar, studying Earth's transmissions, monitoring human technological advancements, and debating endlessly about how to proceed. But as humanity stood on the precipice of faster-than-light travel, the time for passive observation was coming to an end. On a crisp autumn morning in Geneva, Dr. Elena Rodriguez, the lead scientist of Earth's Interstellar Propulsion Project, stood before a panel of world leaders. Her eyes gleamed with excitement as she delivered the news they had all been waiting for. Ladies and gentlemen, she began, her voice steady despite her racing heart. I'm pleased to announce that we have successfully achieved faster-than-light travel in our latest test. The universe is now open to us. The room erupted in applause and cheers. Humanity's dream of reaching the stars was finally within grasp. Little did they know, their achievement had set off alarms across the galaxy. In the depths of space, aboard the massive Confederation diplomatic vessel, Harmony of Worlds, an emergency council had been convened. Representatives from various alien races gathered around a holographic display of the Milky Way, with Earth highlighted in pulsing red. Zarthak, now the Vraxian ambassador to the Confederation, addressed the assembly. The humans have done it, he announced, his tentacles rippling with a mix of excitement and apprehension. They have broken the light barrier. We can no longer delay our decision. Do we make contact, or do we attempt to contain them? Glixnor, her exoskeleton showing signs of age, buzzed irritably. Contain them. Have you lost your mind, Zarthak? Did you not warn us of their potential all those years ago? Any attempt to restrict them would likely be seen as an act of war. No, we must make contact. Kavoth's crystalline form shimmered in agreement. I concur. Better to approach them openly than risk their discovery of our presence under less favorable circumstances. The debate raged on for hours, with various factions arguing for caution, aggression, or diplomacy. In the end, it was Tylos, the wisest among them, who tipped the scales. My friends, the ancient spore being intoned, we have watched these humans grow and evolve. We have seen their capacity for both great good and terrible destruction. But we have also seen their insatiable curiosity, their drive to explore and understand. I believe that trait, more than any other, aligns them with the core principles of our Confederation. We must greet them not as pot with Xylos's words. A consensus was reached. The Galactic Confederation would initiate first contact with humanity. Back on Earth, preparations for the first manned faster-than-light mission were underway. The spacecraft Odyssey stood ready on its launch pad, a testament to human ingenuity and determination. Its crew of 5, representing a diverse cross-section of Earth's population, had been selected from thousands of applicants. Captain Aisha Kazemi, the mission commander, stood before her crew on the eve of their historic journey. "Tomorrow," she said, her voice filled with resolve, "we take humanity's first steps into the cosmic ocean. We go not just as explorers, but as ambassadors of our entire species. Whatever we find out there, we face it together." Little did Kazemi know how prophetic her words would prove to be. As the Odyssey prepared for launch, the harmony of worlds entered the solar system, its advanced cloaking technology keeping it hidden from Earth's primitive, by Confederation standards, detection systems. The alien diplomats watched in fascination as humans across the globe gathered to witness the launch, their collective hopes and dreams riding on the sleek spacecraft. The countdown began. 10, 9, 8. Zarthak turned to Xylos, his voice low. "Are we certain about this course of action? We could still withdraw, allow them to venture out on their own." Xylos's spores pulsed gently. "To do so would be to deny our own nature, Zarthak. We are explorers too, are we not? And what greater exploration is there than to understand a new form of life? 3, 2, 1. Liftoff." The Odyssey roared to life, breaking free from Earth's gravity well. Cheers erupted around the world as humanity collectively held its breath, watching their champions venture into the unknown. As the Odyssey cleared the atmosphere and prepared to engage its FTL drive, Captain Kazemi's voice crackled over the comms. "Houston, all systems are go. Preparing for our first jump." But before Kazemi could give the order, alarms blared throughout the ship. "Unidentified object detected." The science officer, Dr. Yuki Tanaka, called out. It's massive, and it's decloaking right in front of us." The crew of the Odyssey watched in awe as the harmony of worlds shimmered into existence before them, dwarfing their ship like a whale next to a minnow. For a moment, time seemed to stand still. Then, a transmission crackled through their comms, bypassing all encryption as if it weren't there. A voice, utterly alien yet somehow understandable, filled the Odyssey's bridge. "Greetings, people of Earth. We are the Galactic Confederation, and we have been waiting a long time to meet you." On Earth, chaos erupted as the alien ship became visible to telescopes and sensors worldwide. Governments scrambled to respond, militaries went on high alert, and civilians alternated between panic and wonder. Aboard the Odyssey, Captain Kazemi took a deep breath, steeling herself for what would undoubtedly be the most important moment in human history. She opened a channel to respond. "This is Captain Aisha Kazemi of the Earth ship Odyssey. On behalf of humanity, we return your greeting. We come in peace and with an open mind." Zarthak's tentacles wriggled with excitement as he turned to his fellow diplomats. "And so it begins," he said. "The moment we've prepared for all these years. The moment when predator and prey distinctions blur and a new understanding of galactic life emerges." As the two ships hung in space, representatives of vastly different cultures and evolutionary paths preparing to meet, the stars themselves seemed to hold their breath. The galaxy was about to change forever, and at the center of it all was a species that defied categorization, a species that had climbed from the trees, reached for the stars, and in doing so, reshaped the very notion of what it meant to be alive in this vast, mysterious universe. The first contact had begun, and with it, a new chapter in the history of the cosmos was about to be written. The human response. The world watched with bated breath as the crew of the Odyssey prepared to board the Harmony of Worlds. Live feeds from the spacecraft's cameras broadcasted the historic moment to billions of screens across the globe. Inside the Odyssey, Captain HFY Kazemi addressed her crew one last time before the momentous meeting. "Remember," she said, her voice steady despite the gravity of the situation, "we represent not just our nations, but our entire species. Whatever happens next will define humanity's place in the universe. Stay alert, stay curious, and above all, stay human." As the airlock cycled and the door to the alien ship opened, humanity collectively held its breath. Captain Kazemi stepped forward, her heart pounding but her stance resolute. She found herself in a vast, shimmering chamber that seemed to defy the laws of physics as she understood them. Before her stood a diverse array of alien beings, each more fantastical than the last. Zarthak moved forward, his tentacles undulating in what he hoped was a welcoming gesture. "Captain Kazemi," he began, his words translated seamlessly into English, "on behalf of the Galactic Confederation, we welcome you and your species to the greater cosmic community." For a moment, Kazemi was speechless, overwhelmed by the reality of extraterrestrial life. Then her training kicked in. "Thank you," she replied, her voice clear and confident. "We come with open minds and peaceful intentions. We have so many questions." "As do we," Zarthak responded, a hint of amusement in his voice. "Perhaps we could start by addressing the misconception that led us here." Over the next few hours, as the diplomats of Earth scrambled to formulate a response to this unprecedented situation, Kazemi and her crew engaged in a fascinating dialogue with the alien representatives. They learned of the Confederation's initial categorization of humans as prey, and the subsequent realization of humanity's predatory aspects. Dr. Yuki Tanaka, the Odyssey's science officer, couldn't contain her excitement. "You mean to say that we're unique in the galaxy? A blend of prey and predator traits?" Xylos, the ancient spore being, pulsed gently as it responded. "Not unique, perhaps, but certainly rare. Your adaptability, your drive to explore and conquer, combined with your capacity for empathy and cooperation, it's a potent mixture that has both intrigued and concerned us." Back on Earth, the response to the alien presence was as varied as humanity itself. Governments convened emergency sessions, religious leaders sought meaning in ancient texts, and ordinary citizens alternated between celebration and fear. In New York, the United Nations General Assembly had been in continuous session since the appearance of the alien ship. Ambassador Chen Lai of China addressed the assembly, her voice grave. "We must present a united front. This is no longer about nations or ideologies. We are one species facing an unknown future." Her words were met with murmurs of agreement, but also notes of caution. Ambassador Nkosi of Nigeria stood next. "United, yes, but not subservient. We must approach this new reality with open minds, but also with the strength and pride that has brought us to the stars." As debates raged on Earth, aboard the Harmony of Worlds, Captain Kazemi was grappling with revelations that challenged her understanding of humanity's place in the universe. "You've been watching us?" she asked, a mix of awe and unease in her voice. "For how long?" Glixnor, her exoskeleton clicking softly, responded. "Since your species first caught our attention with your rapid technological advancement, we've observed your triumphs and your struggles, your wars and your peace." Kazemi's eyes narrowed. "And you never intervened, even when we stood on the brink of self-destruction." Kavoth's crystalline form shimmered as he spoke. "It is not our way to interfere in the natural development of species. We had to be certain of your readiness to join the galactic community." Dr. Elena Rodriguez, who had been quietly observing until now, stepped forward. "And what have you concluded? Are we ready?" The alien representatives exchanged looks that even the humans could recognize as uncertainty. Finally, Zarthak spoke. "That, Dr. Rodriguez, is why we are here. Your achievement of faster-than-light travel has forced our hand. We must now decide together how humanity will integrate into the larger galactic civilization. As this conversation unfolded in the depths of space, Earth was experiencing a transformation unlike anything in its history. The confirmation of extraterrestrial life, advanced and organized, had shattered paradigms across all fields of human endeavor. In laboratories around the world, scientists pored over the data streaming back from the Odyssey, their previous understanding of physics, biology, and cosmology crumbling in the face of new revelations. Philosophers and ethicists engaged in heated debates about the implications of humanity's new place in the cosmos. But it was in the realm of global politics that the most immediate and drastic changes were taking place. Old enmities and conflicts suddenly seemed petty in the face of a vast, unknown universe. Nations that had been at odds for generations found themselves working together, united by the need to present a strong, coherent human front to the galactic community. In a historic joint session of world leaders, broadcast globally, a momentous decision was reached. Earth would speak with one voice to the stars. A new organization, the United Earth Council, was formed to represent humanity in all extraterrestrial matters. As news of this decision reached the harmony of worlds, Captain Kazemi felt a surge of pride. "You see," she said to the assembled alien diplomats, "this is who we are. We may have the instincts of predators, but we have the hearts of unifiers. We may compete, but we also cooperate. We may fear the unknown, but we also embrace it." Xylos's spores pulsed with what seemed like approval. "Well said, Captain. It is this very duality that makes your species so fascinating to us. But it also presents unique challenges. How will humanity balance its predatory instincts with the need for peaceful coexistence in a diverse galactic community?" Kazemi looked at her crew, then back at the aliens. "The same way we always have," she replied. "By recognizing that our strength lies not in domination, but in adaptation, not in conquering, but in understanding. We have come to the stars not to hunt, but to learn." As her words hung in the air, a new transmission came through from Earth. The newly formed United Earth Council was requesting to open formal diplomatic channels with the Galactic Confederation. Zarthak's tentacles waved in what the humans had come to recognize as excitement. "It seems," he said, "that a new era is dawning, not just for humanity, but for the entire galaxy." As the Odyssey prepared to return to Earth, carrying with it the promise of a new chapter in human history, the stars seemed to shine a little brighter. Humanity had taken its first steps into a larger universe, not as predator or prey, but as something altogether new, a species that defied easy categorization, ready to chart its own unique course among the cosmos. The galaxy watched and waited, wondering what these curious creatures from Earth would do next. Shifting power dynamics. The return of the Odyssey to Earth marked the beginning of a new era for humanity. As Captain Kazemi and her crew stepped onto home soil, they were greeted not just as heroes, but as harbingers of a future that no one could have imagined mere weeks ago. The United Earth Council, in its first official act, established the Interstellar Relations Department, IRD, tasked with managing humanity's integration into the galactic community. Dr. Elena Rodriguez, the architect of Earth's FTL drive, was appointed as its director. "We stand at a crossroads." Dr. Rodriguez addressed a global audience from the newly constructed Unity Plaza in Geneva. "The stars have opened up to us, bringing with them unparalleled opportunities and unprecedented challenges. Our task now is to navigate this new reality, to find our place among the cosmos without losing what makes us uniquely human." As humanity grappled with its new reality, the Galactic Confederation was experiencing its own upheaval. The revelation of humanity's unique nature had sparked intense debate among member species. Aboard the Harmony of Worlds, now in permanent orbit around Earth, Zarthak found himself defending humanity to his peers. "Yes, they have predatory instincts," he argued, his tentacles waving emphatically. "But they also possess a capacity for empathy and cooperation that rivals any species we've encountered. Their adaptability is unparalleled." Glixnor chittered skeptically. Adaptability can be a double-edged sword, Zarthak. What if they adapt to become the apex predators of the galaxy? Kvoth's crystalline form shimmered as he interjected. Or what if their influence reshapes the very fabric of our confederation? Already, some of our younger races speak of emulating human tenacity and innovation. Indeed, news of humanity had spread rapidly through the Confederation. Many species, particularly those that had long chafed under the predator-prey dichotomy, saw in humans a new path forward. On the lush world of Verdana, home to a species of photosynthetic humanoids, debates raged in the great sunlight forums. For too long, we have accepted our role as prey, one impassioned speaker declared. The humans show us there is another way. We can be both nurturers and defenders, cultivators and explorers. Similar sentiments echoed across countless worlds, causing ripples of unease among the Confederation's established powers. The galaxy was changing, and humanity was at the heart of it. Back on Earth, the first wave of alien diplomatic missions had arrived, establishing embassies in a specially constructed district in Geneva. The streets buzzed with a mix of Earth languages and alien tongues, while overhead, shuttles from a dozen worlds crisscrossed the sky. Dr. Rodriguez found herself working tirelessly to balance the influx of alien knowledge and technology with the need to maintain Earth's independence and cultural identity. It was a delicate dance, one that required all of her scientific acumen and newfound diplomatic skills. We must be cautious, she warned the UEC in a closed-door session. Some of the technology being offered to us could revolutionize our society overnight. But we need to understand the implications fully before we integrate it. Her caution was well-founded. Already, there had been incidents of alien technology falling into the wrong hands, leading to localized disasters and international tensions. The black market for extraterrestrial goods was booming, despite the UEC's best efforts to control it. Yet for every challenge, there seemed to be an opportunity. Human scientists, working in conjunction with alien researchers, were making breakthroughs in fields ranging from medicine to environmental restoration. The first human-alien joint business ventures were taking off, promising to revolutionize industries from space travel to entertainment. Perhaps most significantly, humanity's unique perspective was beginning to influence Confederation policies. At a landmark Galactic Council session, broadcast across the galaxy, Captain Aisha Kazemi, now Earth's official ambassador to the Confederation, proposed a radical restructuring of the predator-prey classification system. The binary categorization of species as predator or prey is an oversimplification, she argued, her voice firm and passionate. It ignores the complexity of sentient life and the potential for growth and change. We propose a new system, one that recognizes the multifaceted nature of intelligent species and encourages cooperation rather than competition. Her words sparked intense debate, with some Confederation members dismissing the idea outright, while others embraced it enthusiastically. But it was clear to all that the old ways of thinking were being challenged. As the galaxy grappled with these shifts, an unexpected development on Earth caught everyone by surprise. In the dense jungles of Borneo, a team of human and alien biologists made a startling discovery. A new species of great ape showing signs of nascent sentience and tool use. The discovery sparked a moral and ethical dilemma that would test humanity's newfound role in the galaxy. How would they handle the development of a potentially intelligent species on their own world? Would they apply the same non-interference policy that the Confederation had used with humanity, or would they take a more active role in shaping their evolutionary cousin's destiny? The debate that ensued captivated not just Earth, but the entire Confederation. It became a litmus test for humanity's ability to balance its predatory instincts with its capacity for empathy and nurturing. As arguments raged in academic circles, government chambers, and public forums across Earth and beyond, Xylos, the ancient spore being, observed with quiet interest. Fascinating, it mused to Zarthak as they watched a particularly heated debate in the Galactic Council. In wrestling with the fate of their evolutionary cousins, humans are forcing us all to confront our own biases and preconceptions. They truly are catalysts for change. Zarthak's tentacles curled in agreement. Indeed. But the question remains, is this change for the better? Are we witnessing the dawn of a more enlightened galactic civilization, or the first tremors of a cosmic upheaval? As if in answer, a transmission from Earth appeared on the main screen. It was Dr. Rodriguez, her face etched with a mix of excitement and concern. "Ambassadors of the Confederation," she began, her voice steady despite the weight of her words, "we have made a decision regarding the newly discovered species in Borneo. We would like to propose a joint Human Confederation initiative for their protection and careful observation. We believe this could serve as a model for how our civilizations can work together in the future." The council chamber erupted in a cacophony of voices and pheromone releases. It was clear that humanity's decision would have far-reaching consequences, not just for Earth, but for the entire galaxy. As the debate raged on, Earth hung in space, a blue marble against the vast cosmic backdrop. To the casual observer, it might have seemed unchanged, but in reality, it was a world transformed, a crucible of cosmic change, where the boundaries between predator and prey, between Earth and the stars, were being redrawn with each passing moment. The galaxy held its breath, waiting to see what humanity would do next. A new era of interstellar relations. 5 years had passed since humanity's first contact with the Galactic Confederation. Earth had undergone a transformation that would have been unimaginable half a decade ago. Gleaming spires of alien-human hybrid architecture punctuated city skylines, while in orbit, a bustling network of space stations served as a hub for interstellar commerce and cultural exchange. The United Earth Council, once a hastily assembled response to first contact, had evolved into a sophisticated governing body, balancing global human interests with galactic diplomacy. At its heart was the Interstellar Relations Department, led by the indefatigable Dr. Elena Rodriguez. Today, Dr. Rodriguez stood before the Galactic Council on New Harmony, the recently christened diplomatic capital of the Confederation. The chamber was filled with representatives from hundreds of species, their diverse forms a testament to the vastness and variety of life in the universe. Esteemed members of the Council, Dr. Rodriguez began, her voice calm but filled with purpose. 5 years ago, we came to you as newcomers, uncertain of our place in the cosmic order. Today, we come before you as partners, with a proposal that we believe will reshape our collective future. She gestured, and a holographic display shimmered to life in the center of the chamber. It showed a complex network of interconnected spheres, each representing a different species or coalition. "We call it the Cosmic Web Initiative," Rodriguez continued, "a new framework for interstellar relations that moves beyond the outdated predator-prey dichotomy. Instead, it recognizes the unique strengths and contributions of each species, fostering cooperation while respecting diversity." The chamber buzzed with murmurs and pheromone releases as the implications of the proposal sank in. Zarthak, now the senior diplomat for Vraxian human relations, leaned forward with interest. "An ambitious proposal, Dr. Rodriguez," he said, his tentacles curling thoughtfully. "But how do you propose to implement such a radical restructuring of our millennia-old systems?" Rodriguez smiled. "By doing what humans do best, adapting and innovating. We've already begun pilot programs in collaboration with several Confederation species." The hologram shifted, showing footage from various joint projects across the galaxy. There was the Borneo Sentience Project, where human and alien scientists worked together to study and protect the newly discovered proto-sentient apes. Another image showed the Mars Terraforming Initiative, a massive undertaking combining human determination with alien ecological expertise. "But perhaps our most significant achievement," Rodriguez continued, "is this." The hologram changed again, displaying a strange, shimmering construct floating in deep space. "The Harmony Nexus," Rodriguez announced. "A space station unlike any other. It's not just a place for diplomacy or trade, but a living experiment in interspecies cooperation. Here, we're developing new technologies, new forms of communication, even new hybrid cultures. The council chamber was abuzz with excitement and apprehension. Glixnor, her exoskeleton showing signs of age, spoke up. "This is all very impressive, Dr. Rodriguez, but it doesn't address the fundamental concern many of us still have. How can we be sure that humanity's predatory instincts won't eventually lead to conflict?" Rodriguez nodded, having anticipated this question. "Counselor Glixnor, you're right to be cautious. We haven't eliminated our predatory instincts, nor would we want to. They're part of what makes us human, but we've learned to channel those instincts into exploration, innovation, and yes, protection." She gestured, and the hologram showed scenes from recent joint military exercises. Human ships flew in formation with alien vessels, demonstrating complex maneuvers. "We've committed our strength not to domination, but to the defense of the Confederation against external threats. Our unique blend of predator and prey traits allows us to anticipate and counter dangers that others might miss." Kvoth's crystalline form shimmered as he spoke. "You speak of external threats, Dr. Rodriguez, but surely you're aware that not all species in the Confederation have embraced humanity's presence as enthusiastically as others." Rodriguez's expression grew serious. "We are aware, Counselor Kvoth, which is why we've also been working on this." A hologram shifted one last time, showing a diverse group of young aliens and humans engaged in what appeared to be a lively debate. "The Galactic Youth Ambassador Program," Rodriguez explained. "An initiative to foster understanding and cooperation among the next generation of leaders across all our species, because we believe that the key to a peaceful future lies not just in treaties and technology, but in genuine understanding and friendship between our peoples." As Rodriguez concluded her presentation, the council chamber fell into a contemplative silence. It was Phylos, the ancient spore being, who finally broke it. "When we first encountered humanity," Xylos began, its spores pulsing gently, "we saw a paradox, a species with the instincts of a predator, but the heart of prey. We feared what this contradiction might mean for the stability of our confederation. But now, I see that this very paradox is humanity's greatest strength, and perhaps the key to our collective evolution." Tylos paused, allowing its words to sink in before continuing. "Dr. Rodriguez, on behalf of the Galactic Council, I move to accept the Cosmic Web Initiative. Furthermore, I propose that humanity be granted a permanent seat on the Council, in recognition of their unique perspective and contributions." The chamber erupted in a mix of cheers, protests, and excited chatter. As the council debated the motion, back on Earth, billions watched the proceedings with bated breath. In a small classroom in Nairobi, a young girl raised her hand. "Teacher," she asked, her eyes wide with wonder, "does this mean we're not prey or predators anymore?" The teacher, an elderly woman who had seen the world change beyond recognition in her lifetime, smiled warmly. "No, child. It means we're something even better. We're partners, explorers, and peacekeepers. We're citizens of the galaxy." As the sun set on Earth, casting a golden glow over a planet transformed, countless beings across the cosmos looked to the stars with new eyes. The old boundaries were fading, replaced by a web of connection that spanned light years. The moment aliens had discovered that humans were predators, not prey, had passed. In its wake, a new understanding had emerged, that in the vast tapestry of cosmic life, every thread was vital, every perspective valuable. Humanity had found its place among the stars, not through conquest or submission, but through the very traits that had once made them an anomaly. Their adaptability, their drive, their capacity for both competition and cooperation had reshaped the galaxy. As the Cosmic Web Initiative was ratified, marking the dawn of a new era in galactic history, a simple message was broadcast across the stars, in every language of every species in the Confederation. Together, we are more than predator or prey. We are the caretakers of the cosmos, the explorers of the unknown, the shapers of destiny. Our journey has only just begun." And with those words, humanity and its alien allies turned their gaze to the endless frontier of space, ready to write the next chapter in the grand story of life in the universe.